possessions and my dreams and my drawings and my Instagram page is worth more than ever.
No money. A woman being a bum to us, well, we don't really look at women as bums. For us,
spouse, they want an amazing husband, they want an amazing wife, but they're not amazing.
Literally, has there ever been a guy you wanted that you weren't able to get?
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out. If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. But can you do me a favor, hit the notifications button right now. All right, guys, I got about 5 videos for you. The first video is going to be a guy that's going to be breaking down why men do not care how much a woman makes. And I think that this is very important for the women because it's going to break down why you don't even need to have an ego of saying that you don't need a man. That's like the biggest disrespect to a man, and that's going to be broken down here. Next video is going to be Joe Rogan that's going to be breaking down his honest advice whenever it comes to finding the right person to be with. And he gives some really good tips on what people need to take into consideration if you want to be in a relationship. Next video is going to be Just Purely Things. Is going to be breaking down why hypergamy is not a bad thing. Both men and women both practice hypergamy for survival. Next video is going to be Sneeko. Is going to be reacting to a video on the problem with modern women dating. I haven't watched this, but Sneeko always has good stuff, so I just put it in there to react. And then we have Andrew Tate. This is one of my go-to guys. Is going to be breaking down common sense that women need to pay attention to, but he also will have a Dennis Prager is going to be reacting to it as well. So this is going to be probably a 2-in-1 reaction. But first video is going to be a guy breaking down to women why finances really don't matter to a man. A man really don't care how much money you make. Let's get to it.
No money. A woman being a bum to us, well, we don't really look at women as bums. For us, it's more to do with your loyalty. Yeah. And it's to do with your attitude in life, whether you're arrogant, whether you've got that overly confident nature. To us, it's repulsive. But a woman having no money and a woman not being well connected, do you think we give a shit?
He's absolutely right. That's a very, very, very important thing that I think a lot of women need to pay attention to. If women are going to change anything about themselves in order to attract a man more, it's going to be your ego. You have to let your ego down. You have to stop telling a man how much money you make. It doesn't matter to him. The more you talk, the more single you are going to be. Why? Because a man is willing to work all day long to make you happy. A man is willing to go above and beyond to make you happy. A man gets with the right woman who has the right attitude and is very supportive. He will go out there and try to work as hard so she don't have to work. A man really wants to be the provider. The problem that women are facing is that they've gotten so caught up with the simps that are in their DM that they start to believe that the fake life online is the real life. And they're trying to get the men in real life to act like the simps online that are buttering them up. So, in my opinion, women are more confused in modern society. Next video is going to be Joe Rogan breaking down some dating advice, relationship advice that I think a lot of you guys should pay attention to. Let's get to it.
Life lessons as to how someone should choose their optimal wife or husband.
You have to be someone who a good person would want to be with.
Yeah.
That's a big one. There's a lot of people that want this amazing spouse. They want an amazing husband. They want an amazing wife, but they're not amazing. There's people out there that are working harder than you. There's people out there that are nicer than you. There's people out there that are more friendly than you. That's attractive. You have to be someone who enjoys being around you. Like, everybody wants to be desired. Nobody wants to be generous. They don't aspire to being warm and friendly and loving and humorous. But that's what people like. Right. Everybody wants to be the baller at the club with the champagne, the big gold chains. That's what you see from the outside. What you want to be is someone who people like, genuine.
Yeah.
And I agree with him. That's why it's very important that you find yourself. Once you're able to find yourself, then it's easy for you to find someone else. What we have going on in society is we have a whole bunch of people who want to be in relationships, who want to give off love, who wants to be in love, but everyone's afraid of being hurt to the point where you're thrown off focus of what you really want out of life. It's like you put relationships above everything that you want to do with your life. And when a relationship doesn't work out, now you're stuck. You're unable to dream. See, a lot of you guys, to get motivated, you actually need a woman in your life. Something that's gonna make you wanna work hard to build. But a lot of you guys never get to that point because the one that you want hurts you one time. It is hard for you to move on. So your dreams become distorted. As long as your dreams are distorted, you're never gonna know who you are. As long as you don't know who you are, you'll never be able to connect with anyone. And that's both male and female, in my opinion. Next video is gonna be just purely things breaking down why hypergamy isn't a bad thing.
Like we shouldn't date bums. Hypergamy isn't a bad thing. Like why
hypergamy is designed for our survival.
Yeah, why would
exactly
I don't want to date a bum. Like I hope to God you guys don't want to date bums.
And she's right. And I don't want a lot of guys to take this personal out there. But even the word bum comes in different forms. You have people that are making $20 million a year that they may come across somebody making $500,000 a year, and they're going to look at them and be like, that person's a bum. You got people that's going to make $100,000 a year, and they're going to look at somebody making $12,000 a year, and they're going to say, that person's a bum. The word bum doesn't necessarily mean that you are a homeless person. The word bum means that you're just not up where the person calling you a bum is at. Another thing, bum is a mindset. That's what a lot of you guys don't understand. Bummy is a mindset. It's not necessarily what's in your pocket, because majority of the people that are rich and successful have hit rock bottom and bounced back several times before they were able to continue to grow. You have to grow and get knocked down in order for you to learn to grow higher than where you were before. So when it comes to being a bum, it's a matter of if you have what it takes to survive in life. That's what the difference between a bum and a man is. See, a bummy dude, you'll go 6 months being broke, but for somehow you'll manage to be in relationships. You'll manage to have drama in other areas. You'll always have problems in your life with other people, right? You'll manage to do that when you go broke, but you'll never ever get back on your feet. See, the same person with the rich mindset can go broke as well. He can lose everything. The difference between you and him, he don't feel like he's good enough to date till his bank account gets to a certain status. He's not good enough to go to the car lot unless his bank account's on a decent status. He ain't going to the club unless his bank account's at a decent status. He's not gonna go and try to live life of luxury unless his bank account is at a different status. All his little money would not be getting put back into making himself feel good. The only thing that's gonna make him feel good is getting himself out of the position he's in. That's the difference between a rich man and a bummy dude. You both could be broke, but one of you are going to stay there for the rest of your life, and the other one is going to continue to fight till they get out of the hurdle, and they're not going to even attempt to do things that's going to cause money to come out of their pockets. Like, they're not going to take the chance of having different baby mamas and they don't have a steady job, because they know that their money's going to be taken away from them. That's a bummy mindset. You have to understand, if you keep placing yourself in position to be in debt and you can never get ahead in life, it isn't life. It's just that you have a bummy mindset. When somebody has a rich mindset, they're willing to make better sacrifices in order to better themselves. And that's what people are talking about when they say bums. They're not talking about your financial status. They're talking about your mindset. Because if you got the right mindset, your financial status will always increase because you're always willing to put in the work ethic. And that's real talk. Let's get to the next video. My man Sneeko.
Wait, literally, has there ever been a guy you wanted that you weren't able to get?
Fuck no.
So why do women complain about men when women are the ones choosing the shitty men?
Well, the men are not.
How, Sway?
Literally, so I'm gonna put it like this. Men, they'll date you, correct? But then when y'all start getting comfortable, that's when they show that they're not shit.
What she's talking about right now, because women have very limited perspective on men, she's thinking of one specific guy who treated her like garbage and she's still tight about it. But she doesn't know how to talk about men in general. She's just talking about her ex that fucked her and left.
She's right. He's right. But guess what? That's what a lot of you guys are doing too. Whenever we start talking about women, you're always speaking from the point of view of the girl that hurt you, and all of you have been hurt by different women, by different situations and different mindsets. So when you react to a woman, you react from a hurt place. Whenever you react in the comments, you're reacting from a hurt place. It's the same thing with women. When they've been hurt, they're gonna always react to men in a hurt place. One thing that you have to learn in order to get better is that the person that hurt you, you're not supposed to retaliate against other people. And that's what humans have not learned to do, is to keep their emotions together. That's what people don't do. Even when people have given up on life, it seems like they always want to take someone else out with them as well. Next, we have my man Andrew Tate on the Fresh and Fit podcast. Let's get to it.
Then what are you gonna do with your life?
Travel, focus on my career, things like that. My career will become my baby.
I honestly just want to get right into my career.
It's absolutely insulting to your entire bloodline. Everything everyone above you has ever done and struggled for. All the times your grandparents went to work when they didn't feel like it, just for you to exist. For your selfish ass to say no. Me and my passions and my dreams and my drawings and my Instagram page is worth more than ever having children.
This typifies him. While that's not my mode of presentation, that is the content of my life's thinking. A woman exactly like that, 50 years old, called my show, and she called in to say she has a PhD, she makes well into six figures, she has a great job, she goes home exactly what he described, to an empty house, and she regrets terribly that she bought the career Kool-Aid. There's nothing wrong in a woman having a career. There's something wrong if she thinks that will bring her satisfaction.
Woo! That was deep. And I hope a lot of women out there that's watching this getting it too. You have to understand, you've chosen to be a workaholic thinking that that's going to make you happy when all it's going to do is just break your body down. You really don't want to go out here and walk and talk and be a man. You really want to be a mom and sensitive and loving. But you bought the bug that's going to make you happy. And you're wondering why you can't get a real man, and you always ending up with these weak guys that are gonna cry on your shoulder. Isn't it a shame that you think you're winning, but when you stop and pause, the women are losing? But don't get it confused. A lot of you guys, you're lost too. And the reason why you're lost is because you're not even man enough to get up and go chase your own dreams. A lot of guys now, they don't know what to do. They're in a state of confusion to the fact that women have changed and they're not the same as they used to be. Or they're not as easy as they used to be. One thing that women are doing, and you have to give them credit for it, they're making men step their game up to get them. Even if they all got to share the same man. The only problem is, it's not a lot of guys that are willing to live up to the challenge. But at the same breath, it's not their fault. It's just their programming. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the videos. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.